morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, it's been a minute. It has been a while since I have gone live. However, I'm gonna just jump into it because I don't have long, and I'm prayerfully not gonna be late for work because I had to stop and get gas. However, I want to jump into something that I was sharing with somebody the other day about something that I have learned recently about my process when it comes to me and my business. So for those of you all who may not know, okay, I made a post this morning. I started blogging, and let me let my window up and let me cut a little air on because hold on, it's not the air. I started blogging about 10 years or so ago. So I started my blog and my YouTube probably 10 plus years ago. And forgive me. And I started my podcast not too long after. Now, I understand with my podcast has not been like per se official, and I am in the process of revamping a lot of things, and I do understand there are a lot of things that I did not know at that particular time. However, I used to get up and I used to rant, and I just used to get up and do what I do. And you know, for me, I was just doing what Letha do. I did, and I started like years ago, getting up, going live. I started like probably 9 plus years ago, getting up, going live. I would just get up and do what I do. So people that know me, I'm an impromptu person. If it was put on my heart to get up and do it, if I wanted to rant, if I felt the need to get up and do anything, I would do it. I would just get up and I would do it. And I was not doing it for views, likes, and shares. It's just something I felt the need to do. I wanted to do it. I've always been a person that spoke my mind and got up and did what I wanted to do. And so as I started doing certain things and started becoming more connected with people, as I started becoming higher up with my job, as I started getting a higher status at that particular time with the church and with my job, I started letting people like closer to me, telling me, getting in my ear, telling me, you know, this is not what you need to do, this is not this is not that, you know, it's not a good look for you, it's not this, it's not that. And I'm just strictly coming from a economic business standpoint, okay? I'm not coming from a status standpoint. I'm coming from an economic business standpoint. People would tell me, oh, this is not what you need to do, this is not a good look for you, this is not this is not that. But guess what? Those very people right now today, they're getting paid, they're getting booked, right? And here I am starting back over from scratch. Imagine that. Imagine that. Had I kept doing what I was doing, I probably to this day could have been getting booked doing other things. You know, I'm just saying. So I'm saying all that to say this. I right now am connected with a gentleman who has been watching me for a very long time. He's from my hometown. He is connected heavy well in the music industry. I had no idea that this gentleman was watching me. On his social media, no, he doesn't have like 10,000, 12,000, 100,000 followers, but he is like very well connected. But we was talking, like he literally reached out to me. We was talking on the phone one day, and he basically told me, he said, you know what, Letha, you're genuine and you're authentic. You just need to continue to be you. And he's not the only person that said that to me. He's not the only person that said that to me. And, you know, I realized that I had no business listening to other people, even the people that are closest to me, even the people that love me. Because sometimes the people that love you, they can become intimidated by you. People that love you and close to you, they can become intimidated by your growth. They truly can. It amazes me that people that are close to you and they love you, they can truly become intimidated by your growth. And we get caught up in this concept with status a little bit too much. I didn't roll out the bed one day and decide that I was going to be what y'all see. I've been who I am my entire life. So y'all see sometimes what y'all see on social media from people, sometimes that's who people woke up and decided who they was going to be. When y'all see who y'all are, when y'all see me, this who I been my whole life. I didn't just decide I'm not this person that just became this person. I've been this individual my entire life. I am who I am. And when I started toning down, that's when the shift happened. And I thought that what I was doing was calming down and listening to other people and this is what makes sense, and I was not being truly authentic at that point. I thought that it was best for me to do what I was told to do, and it was not coming from one individual, it was coming from multiple people. But I'm listening to these people. No, I was listening to them based off who they wanted me to be, but they were still being who they were being. And that's the problem. See, that's the issue I have with when we want to listen to other people. And I've had to learn that sometimes listening to other people, you have to be very conscientious on in which way are you guiding people. We can agree to disagree. I'm not a person that know it all. I know I tend to cut people off. I know I tend to rant. I know I tend to keep going on and on. I know I tend to talk very stern. I know sometimes I tend to hoop and holler, but that's not a person I just woke up and just started being. I know I don't always have all the answers, but one thing that I can tell you all about business, I've always wanted to have my own talk show. I've always wanted to do hair. I always had a passion for people. I've always been a writer. I've always wanted to write a book. I finally wrote my book during COVID. So that book on Amazon, I just didn't decide during COVID that I was going to write a book. I have been working on that book for years. I've always been into poetry. When I was doing ministry in the church and I was in the pulpit at some point, those are things that's always been embedded for me in years. So things that y'all see me do on my journey, these are things that was just not automatically put on my heart. These are things that I was born with. These are things that I came into the world with. So when people, and I don't knock what was all of a sudden put on people's heart, but anything that y'all see me genuinely have passion with, these are things that have been a part of me since I have been inside this world. And I do get irritated. When people ask me, even if it's family folks, to do anything or participate in anything or contribute to anything, and them niggas don't even hit the share button, and I came out and said it. It bothers me. It bothers me. It do. It bothers me. I get real irritated. I don't want to be a part of stuff and people can't even support me. I don't. I can remember back when the stuff was happening back in the Carolinas. I was putting stuff all on my social media page. I was, and I know, and I'm a firm believer that when God puts something on your heart to do, you don't have to beg people to do it. But however, I was posting things to all different type of groups. I was telling people no amount was too small. No amount was too small. These people would take $1. These people would take $1, and they truly would take $1. And I ended up talking to a young lady from Mississippi who was a nurse. So I know for a fact the lies that was being put out on the media about how these people was getting resources that they technically were not getting, okay? So when people was getting pissed off about things that I was coming back saying, no, them people were not getting resources. Yes, them children was up there in tents. Yes, people was up there dying. Yes, there were lies about the death toll. Yes, this stuff was really real, okay? So it's amazing how other people that were reaching out to me because they wanted to reach out to these people just to donate them $5 or $10. But then I don't want to hear nothing about other stuff that other people got going on, because I know there are other people who are truly in need. I'm just saying. So Letha is walking back into Letha being Letha. That's all I'm saying. Humbleness is kind of overrated. I'm just saying. Statuses is overrated. Titles are overrated. And I'm tired of this mentality that people think that you got to bow down or conform because of who asked you or who tell you or who order you to do something. Hell no. I'm over it. I'm not going to do it. Letha is going to be Letha. I have been too good to too many people. I ain't never been no saint. But I can tell you this. I have reached out to people. I have checked on people. I have asked people if they were good. I have checked on people if they and their children. I have made people aware that I am here if they need me. I don't have hardly anything to offer. But if I can't offer you anything, I can offer you a cocktail and I can offer you a meal. I'm that type of person. If you can't afford to get nothing done to your head, I will do that for you. Community service has always been a part of always been a part of me. I ain't never needed to do nothing. When it's from my heart, I never needed a camera to do anything. I've never needed a camera to show things that I did for my heart. I've never needed that. And I set up and I allow other people to convince me that when I got up and I had 4 or 5 people watching me, and because when I ran it about people applying for a job and they knew they didn't want no job, when I ran it about people getting food stamps and they didn't have to work but 25 hours a week, when I ran it about people getting benefits who didn't even get up and go vote, when I ran it my way, when I got up and said about the church collecting money for people who don't get up and go to church, when I had my various rants, and I don't know, because Facebook deleting some of these older videos, but if y'all can go watch some of my older stuff, I don't know, I may go back and download all my stuff and upload it to YouTube if I can. But all I'm saying is, one of the worst business decisions I made in regards to my podcast, and I'm not and I'm still learning, is taking other people's advice on my content, because I allow people to tell me what I should or should not do because it was not a good look for me. But they never changed who they was. And I'm not doing it no more. I'm not. And I'm to a point, if I offend somebody, the hell with it. You know, I posted a reel the other day. And I'm going to just come out and tell it. And I had people in my inbox because I had a MAGA hat on. I'm not a 100% supporter, but I did vote that way. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I was just so over the BS. And the straw that broke the camel's back is through some mess I went through when I was purchasing my home during COVID. It was just some bull crap. And I went through more BS with niggas. I did. It was just more bull crap with niggas. And it was these white folks that pulled all kind of strings to help me. It was the niggas that gave me more problems. It was. And I say, you know what? I'm sick of the brainwashing bull crap. I came out and I said it. I said, this lady done gave me a list. And I called every number on this list. Every number. Every single number on the list. Every single number. Every number. Now here I am, about to make the biggest purchase that I ever made, which was my home. And the niggas was the ones giving me the problem. It was the niggas. Because we purchased the home in 2023. It was the Negroes. See, y'all want to pass judgment on people, and y'all don't even know the backstory of what folks be going through. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, but that wasn't the only straw. Okay, but that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. The biggest purchase. But it was the white folks that made sure I got in my house outside of my realtor who were black. Now how about that? So outside of my realtor, and I know I got on her nerves, so if y'all need a realtor, y'all need Sylvia Peepin. That's who y'all need. If y'all need a realtor, y'all need Sylvia Peepin. But other than Miss Sylvia, who is the best realtor in the world, because I know I got on her nerve, but it was them Negroes who made it hard out here for a sister. And you know, I've always had a thing for thugs. So I ain't care if the thug was white or black. I voted the way I voted because the straw that broke the camel's back for me was the crap I went through during that house purchasing process, and it was them white folks that made sure I got in my house because them niggas made it hard for me. Now I came out and I said it. I came out and I said it. You know, I came out and dadgummit, I said it. Y'all out here, I'm out here trying to get my house, and I done read the rules and the regulations. RAMP was supposed to offer incentives for people that was purchasing a home. RAMP was supposed to offer incentives, and I know I'm off subject, but I'm gonna get back on subject in a minute, for people that was purchasing a home. And I'm out here trying to get some little extra down payment money just to have, you know, trying to have a little cushion. Just for y'all niggas to tell me y'all holding back money for people that ain't trying to pay rent. That ain't what y'all said. Y'all basically said y'all holding back on people, you know, for rent money. Niggas, I'm out here trying to purchase a house. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. So you're damn right I voted the way I voted. So y'all can kiss my grits and miss me with all that bull crap. So back on the way on business. I love the people that's close to me, but I'm not listening to people that's close to me on a lot of business things anymore. And I'm gonna say this: a lot of people that's close to me don't respect my business advice because I don't own a business. Even though I have worked for the same company for almost 13 years. The same company. Even though I started off as a stylist, I went from a stylist to a shift manager, from a shift manager to a salon manager to a certified technical trainer. Even though I took a shop that went from making barely $10,000, bought that shop up to making $25,000, and I did that in just a few years. And do you all know that people in my family still don't really utilize me from a business aspect, and they run businesses? I don't get business referrals, and that is okay. That's just the reality of it. So I'm not listening to people close to me from a business aspect. I know what I know in business. I appreciate the people recently who have thrown me a few dollars and consulted with me, and who have entrusted my business advice. This video technically was sponsored because I was asked to do this, and I'm doing it because I you know, part of the deal was I was going to do me a live as to why I should not always listen to people closest to you from a business aspect, and that's the reality, because it's not always good to mix business with personal. Good morning, my cousin is on, Miss Linnell, and it's good to see her on, and Linnell would always support. I will give her credit for that. Yes, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you. So, you know, so I dropped the ball on myself by listening to people that I love, and sometimes people you love can be intimidated by you, because sometimes when it appears to be that you're thriving, they'll come in and say, I don't know if this is what you need to be doing. You know, this is not a good look for you. Well, maybe what you're doing is not a good look for you. Are your finances in order? What is a good look? See, that's another thing that I will be eventually addressing. I have a team of people. I want to give a shout out to a few people. My podcast will be eventually getting aired on Hood Idol Radio, so we want to give a shout out to Mr. Lex Luger. Justin Wilson, he's an author. He has agreed to air tidbits on my blog, so shout out to author Justin Wilson. We have Frederica Sandifer, who has agreed to donate some of her time on my podcast, so I want to give a shout out to her. I also want to give a shout out to, I have adopted me a brother from Nigeria, NYX Lightweight. He's an artist. He's phenomenal. I'm working with him, but he is good. And, you know, hey, tithing in ministry, sometimes you have to give your resources elsewhere, but he is good. He is a hard worker. He has donated services to me. He has allowed me to use a song of his. Come to find out, he got in a contract he should not have got into a few years ago. But I am working with him now and reviewing contracts for him moving forward. So I will be helping him. Yes, I understand how to look at contracts. And I want to give a shout out to Mr. Solo Sohi. He is an awesome person. So he has been helping me also. He is allowing me to use one of his songs as well. Phenomenal song. And I'm about to get emotional because one of my first cousins I have not seen in years is on here. Mr. Vincent Bullard is here. And I thank God for him being here. Would love to see him as well. Don't know if I'm going to see you because they have yet to confirm when the reunion is going to be, because I asked and nobody gave me a date. And I work off a schedule, so hopefully someone will update me soon, because I work off a schedule, and hopefully someone in the family will let me know. But I thank you all for being here. It means so much. So for what it's worth, be careful about who you listen to about your business. Be careful about who you share your business ideas to. And if you don't just share your business ideas to people and they just got all these ideas about your business and how you need to conduct your business, you might need to take a moment and analyze their business. Because sometimes people can have opinions about your business when they need to be doing better about their business. I'm about to say something about these non-driving people in Rankin County, because if this woman hit the back of my car, it's about to be a problem. You see, I've been doing good. But if If this if this winch hit the back of my car, Lord, I'm trying. She turned in Kroger. See, that's the other thing I'm talking about. Drivers in Rankin and Madison County, they really make me mad. Drivers in Rankin and Madison County, Mississippi, they really make me mad because they're some of the most entitled drivers I've ever seen. But anyway, I'm going to get off that. I'm going to get off that for a minute. I'm going to get off that. I just work out here. I don't live out here, but whatever. So anyway, I thank you all. I'm not finna get off this live. I'm finna do something different because there's somebody here. Well, I'm not gonna put her on blast, but it's a young lady here, and she's a phenomenal testimony, but I'm not gonna put her on blast right now because she's here early to get her hair cut. I'm not the best hair cutter in the world, but I'm almost a bomb.com. I'm alright for what I do, but for what it's worth, you know, be careful when people close to you give you so much advice about your business. Hey, I'm finna go on and let you in. Okay. Be careful about the advice you take from people about your business because they may not be doing what they need to be doing about their business. If you all could do me one favor, y'all know what I'm about to ask y'all to do. Just hit the share button. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.